So this is the penultimate day of the Oceanic Masters competition. It's been a long day for one race, and I thought today I would interview a female sailor. We've got lots of lovely ladies in the fleet. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Vanessa Dudley. I'm an Australian sailor in the Grandmaster radial fleet.
And I hate to ask, but how did your day go today?
Oh, right, thanks a lot. So we've been out there for hours, but unfortunately I was black flagged at the start, so I had to sit the race out.
It does happen to the best of us. You've probably had the best viewing spot of anyone today.
Yeah, it looked like a particularly difficult race.
It was. I can testify to
Yeah.
that. Why do you think you got black flag? Don't just say because I was over.
I don't think I've done enough larger fleet starts lately, and I lost track of where the line was, and then I just pulled the trigger about 8 or 10 seconds too early, and
That's
I leapt out.
that's a very early trigger pull.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just didn't control my. I got too worked up.
Too excited. I think that's why it's actually really nice to have these warm-up regattas sometimes. Unfortunately, we're not going to have the Worlds on this occasion,
Yeah.
but I just think the timing for the Oceanic Championships was perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
Could you just tell us a little bit about your racing and who you think your main rivals are? You were reluctant to interview, and I think you've got a great story.
I sailed blazers when I was a teenager, and I sailed against people that are in the fleet here still, 40 plus years later.
Wow, let's have some names. This is
Yeah,
what the
okay.
story's about.
So Lyndall Patterson or Nee Coxon, we raced against each other as teenagers, and
Wow.
Christine. So yeah, for Women's World Championships that preceded when we sailed lasers the first time around, there wasn't Olympic women's classes, so
I remember that.
yeah, so we raced full rig very competitively against everyone and against each other, and we still race very competitively against each other. I always have a good battle with Lyndall.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, yep, and also so someone like Bruce Payne from Canberra, we raced moths against each other when we were 16-year-olds. So
I mean, sailing it's a sport for life.
yeah, so I'm 61 now, so that's a lot of years in between. And Christine Bridge, I competed against her in Europe dinghies,
Yeah.
and so she and I raced really closely together. And then because I came back in for the Terrigal Worlds into lasers, and I've done quite a few Masters Worlds since then, and so you see people year in year out, and
Yeah, you got your friends for life. What would you say is either your favourite or your best worlds? Either or
um,
maybe it's the same event.
yeah, all Mexico. I loved Mexico. That was because I'm quite tall, and that the wind there, I could just stretch out fully. I felt like I had good speed there.
So was that 2016?
Yeah, that's right. And so you look really famous when you're fast, I think. No matter what you do, you come out smelling of roses. So.
Boat speed makes tactics made easy. So we've bit of a background announcement going on just to prove this is live. So we'll cut it there. Thank you very much for your time and good luck in the two races tomorrow.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.